For more than 3 decades, I have been a part of the management team of both the plastics raw material division and the plastics processing divisions, and have first-hand experience with the ever-evolving market of the plastics industry. On a very special coincidence, about 20 years ago, Dr. John Young, chairman of Enterprise Group Dividend in the U.S., enthusiastically provided me with the copy of the new management, a precious document written in 1993 by the then CEO of Samsung Group, Mr. Kam Hee-lee. I produced and studied the article over and over again and was profoundly inspired. In the article, they used poplar pine and hinoki cypress as metaphors to dispel the misconception of quantitative production and to emphasize the importance of a product's intrinsic value. While low-value poplar wood can only be used as wood fuel and medium-value pine may be used for construction purposes, high-value hinoki may be used for manufacturing high-end furniture. A few hinoki trees therefore possess even greater value than a mountain full of poplar trees. These metaphors manifest Samsung's core vision, value creation. In 1997, Samsung had reached a debt of $17 billion, almost triple its net assets. However, after mobilizing the entire Samsung Group and making great efforts to follow its new vision, Samsung not only effectively improved its financial structure, but also reaped profits that doubled that of 9 major Japanese electronics companies, including Sony and Toshiba combined, effectively becoming one of the largest players in the electronics industry by 2009. For years, I have deliberated numerous concepts of value creation and applied them to the strategic management process of Formosa's plastics processing divisions. Fortunately, we have been able to successfully weather financial as well as industrial crises when the market saw an abundant oversupply of petrochemical products. In order to ensure an effective operation of organization, its basic prerequisite is to have a sound status of physical, mentality, and spirituality for every member within the organization. We may explicitly establish the standard of process amid process safety management system, but we are incapable of guiding the due standard of process of the physical and mental health to ourselves and staffmen, with the result that we gradually moved toward the path of illness which fails to be perceived at an early date. Our indulgence is to heavily rely on the medical doctor to treat all illness but never take the due precautionary measures. In fact, all disease is a sort of self-penalty of behavior habit, in addition to genetic heredity and unexpected accident. If we could prevent disease beforehand, it is absolutely the radical way to keep fit. The first article of creed DuPont Company implements the safety culture is all the injury and occupation illness can be evitable. As a matter of course, if we can preserve our body and mind appropriately, all illness can be evitable. For this reason, I generalize and sort out and bring forward a clear-cut individual safety management of body and mind, namely health management, which can be followed and can lead a due norm and a benchmark of healthy life. On the whole, the fundamental weight of therapy is to transform from an undesirable illness to a healthy constitution at all. In other words, it is doing this activity less and doing the following 3 activities more. As the fundamental method of nourishing of life: less food, drinking more water, more physical activities, taking more rest, or it needs to carry out moderate in eating and drinking never surfeit, keeping up by 7 to 8 points foot up. drinking more water, 2,000 to 3,000 cc daily, more physical activities, walk with vigorous strides for 30 to 60 minutes daily, sufficient recuperation and building up strength 6 to 8 hours daily in normal times. Besides, in the respect of eating and drinking, it adopts weight of doing this activity more and doing the following 3 activities less. It means to intake more high-fiber vegetable, fruit, and food containing less sugar, less oil, and less salt. In recent years, I was extremely grateful for many personages having friendly predestined relationship to use their greatest strength to assist enabling me to edit and sort out accomplishing the managerial concepts and operation. A preservation handbook of physical, mentality, and spirituality. Go through the body way and set out in the Vajra Sutra vehicle, and to transcribe compact disc of vocal music song and spiritual cultivation successively in order to provide a great deal of relatives, good friends, and colleagues with my writings to mutually share, enlighten, and apply. In terms of my personal thought, they should be a serious piece of complete works because they integrate concepts from going into the world to coming out of the world. I recognize myself having a mediocre intelligence, but I do the best of my ability to bring all my potentialities into full play and persistently pursue the satisfaction feeling and value sense of self-achievement. All one's life is just as spring, summer, autumn, and winter, or plowing the field in spring and tilling it in summer, harvesting in autumn, and storing of grain in winter. They will be attributed to loneliness and extermination in the end, and without exception, anyone whatever. Consequently, a human being has to lay down all punctiliousness, smile to face the sweets and the bitters of life, and not to be over-concerned for personal gains or losses. Life will be finally withered, even though whenever it has that resplendent and beautiful color as rose. If a human being has such an awakening, his body and mind can be absolutely free and attain ending as supreme goodness. And well, as a maximum dream, this is exactly the optimal portrayal of high-valued life. Isn't this? It is my aspiration to encourage each other having an affinity by this. I sincerely wish all of you health, perfection, and prosperity.